Welcome back to the shop and the channel. Yes. So, story time. I came on YouTube, my first video was published 16 years ago. At the time, my wife was playing violin and she wanted a Baroque violin. Now, we have steel string violins, but Baroque violin is a pre-steel string violin. A lot of those were converted to steel strings, but very simple answer, Baroque violin, not steel strings, gut strings, modern violin, steel strings. Okay, now that we get that out of the way. So, what's in the box is a Stuart McDonald kit that I purchased to build a violin for her. And what I planned to do was to backdate this to the Baroque style. And that involves a different angle on the neck, a shorter neck, got strings, of course, a tiger maple fingerboard as opposed to ebony, which I have in here. Before I go on with the rest of the story, let's take a look at what's inside the box. Got the camera way up there in the air. So first and foremost, here's the front plate and the back plate. The back plate is tiger maple. The front plate, top plate is spruce. It was pre-shaped in the kit, and then there's the bouts, which is the sides of the violin and the blocking and all that kind of stuff, and the ribs. That's in the box. Sets of measured drawings of Baroque violins so that I can get the dimensions correct as possible. Put those to the side. Here is the tiger maple neck fingerboard, which is going to be going on the violin. A slightly different shape than a modern ebony one. And of course the neck itself, which is partially shaped and formed by machine. I'm going to have to sand clean this up, get milling marks out of it, and this is what I have to shorten. More detail later. A sound post, which goes between the top plate and the bottom plate to transfer vibrations. An ebony nut, which I'm going to replace with a tiger maple nut. 4 tuning pegs, and I have a collection of variety of Baroque violin bridges that will go in place. And one tool that I have already is the tool for putting that sound post inside the fiddle. And what else? Oh, I got this measurement tool that goes inside the violin, so you can check the measurement of the distance you need to cut that peg for. So that's basically the project parts. I have to buy a few more parts, but let's go into a little bit more detail now. When you get the kit, the bouts and blocking is already glued to the bottom plate like that. I took it off because I'm going to try my hand at tuning the plates, which means basically you're going to thin the plates in a graduated pattern, both the back plate and the top plate, to improve the sound and vibration of the plates. And this is not going to sound like a great violin, but at least hopefully it'll at least work. And then, of course, these things I have to shorten this, and there's 2 techniques to shorten this. But the one I'm going to use is you basically cut a V, cut the peg box, scroll off in a V, you sand away, take away wood, put it back on. When you hit the right shape, you glue it together. And for glue, I'm going to be using modern room temperature hide glue. So why aren't the videos of me building this violin or starting this project on my channel? Simply put, when I exposed myself, when I put myself out there, and remember, this is 16 years ago. YouTube was a very different place 16 years ago. And I started doing the work and publishing the violin and showing what I was doing, whatever. The experts, and I will not fault these folks, they were, in fact, when I checked their backgrounds, they were, in fact, experts and luthiers, had nothing positive to say at all about what I was doing. I'm not a thin-skinned person, but I got to the point in the comments. I said, well, you know, if that's how you feel, screw this crap. I don't need that. I don't need negativity in my life. So I stopped. At the same time, or shortly thereafter, Marge put down the violin because other things in life came along. She's picked it up again. That's why we're picking this up again. So yeah, it was not fun. So I stopped publishing for a while. Then I went back and started publishing videos again, and now there's like 370 something videos on my channel. So that's it, and basically in a nutshell. This is the project that I'm going to start working on next. This violin. I don't know if I'll do a series on it. I have other things I'm going to be working on, to include a half model of the schooner, picture here, of my wife and I met on when I was working on there as a volunteer bosun's mate, and she came aboard as a volunteer docent. And it was the schooner Alexandria ex Lindu ex Ingve, 125-foot 3-masted schooner. Anyway, it has been sunk. Not by us, it has been sunk. I'll tell that story when I start publishing videos on doing the half model. So anyhow, that's where I'm at. I'm going to put this together finally, somewhat neatly, hopefully, working, yes. It shouldn't take a whole lot of time. Well, this is going to take a lot of the time, and this is going to take a lot of the time. So that's where we're going. Baroque violin. Very simply, the other thing about a Baroque violin is doing with my hands. Steel violin strings angle from nut to bridge to tailpiece. Baroque violin, lower angle. Gut strings, not steel strings. And we can cross our fingers that it works. It has some semblance of decent sound. By the way, this is actually a bucket list item. I always wanted to build a violin. And maybe one day I'll build one from scratch, but it ain't gonna be now. Violin, Baroque violin, so she can play the Baroque music that she plays with the correct instrument. So let's kind of get on with this. Next video will be, I'll be doing work on this, and then I'll show you a video, I'll put a video out about the half model, what it is, and what I'm gonna do with that. So until next time, make great things out of wood.